The burden of the truth is pressing heavily on their heart. God says they cannot find peace until they lay it bare for you to see. They've been carrying a secret that God says must be told. Until they confess, their peace will remain out of reach. God's message to them is that peace is only possible through truth. You're the one who needs to hear what they've been hiding. Their heart is restless, and God says it's because they haven't shared the truth. Only when they do will they find the peace they seek. The truth has been a shadow over their soul. God says it's time to bring it into the light and share it with you to restore their peace. God's been guiding them to confess what's been buried inside. The peace they yearn for is tied to the truth they need to reveal to you. The silence they've kept is causing more harm than they realize. God says it's time to speak up and share the truth for peace to return. They're trapped in a cycle of unrest, and God says the only way out is to reveal the truth. You're the one they need to open up to. God has been urging them to release the truth they've been hiding. Until they do, their peace will remain elusive. The truth they've been avoiding is a weight on their soul. God says they must confess it to you to find the peace that's been missing. God is pressing them to share what's been kept secret. Peace will only follow once they've been honest with you. They're restless because God says the truth must be told. You need to hear it so that both of you can find the peace you're searching for. The truth is a heavy burden, and God says they won't find peace until it's out in the open. Prepare yourself for what's to come. God is telling them that peace is impossible without sharing the truth. What they've been hiding is about to be revealed. Their heart is heavy with unspoken truth. God says it's time to share it with you and release the weight that's been holding them back. God says the truth they've kept hidden is blocking their peace. Only by confessing it to you will they find the calm they're searching for. They've been trying to find peace while holding onto a secret. God says that peace will only come after they reveal the truth. The truth is a barrier to their peace, and God is urging them to remove it. You're the one they need to tell in order to move forward. God's message is clear. They can't rest until the truth is out. What they've been hiding from you is about to come to light. The truth is a secret they can no longer keep. God says only by revealing it to you will they be able to find the peace they seek. God has been nudging them to speak up. Until they share the truth, their peace will remain just out of reach. The truth they've been keeping has been causing unrest in their soul. God says it's time to reveal it and restore their peace. They're unable to find peace because the truth is locked away. God says they must confess it to you to move forward. God is guiding them to share the truth they've been hiding. Only then will they find the peace their heart desires. The truth has been a heavy load on their spirit. God says it's time to lighten that burden by sharing it with you. They're being held back by a truth that must be told. God says that peace will only come once they've revealed it to you. God says the unrest they're feeling is tied to a truth that's been kept secret. It's time for them to share it with you for peace to return. Their soul is troubled, and God says it's because the truth needs to be spoken. You're about to hear what's been hidden. God's message is that the truth must come out for their peace to be restored. Prepare yourself to hear what they've been hiding. The truth they've been keeping is causing a rift in their peace. God says it's time to share it with you and heal the divide. God is pressing on their heart to tell you what they've been hiding. Only then will they find the peace they've been searching for. Their heart is burdened by a truth that's been kept secret. God says they must share it with you to regain their peace. The truth is the key to their peace, and God says it's time to unlock it. You need to hear what they've been keeping from you. God's been guiding them to reveal the truth that's been buried inside. Peace will follow once they've opened up to you. The silence they've kept is a barrier to their peace. God says it's time to break that silence and share the truth. God is urging them to confess what's been hidden. Until they do, their peace will continue to elude them. The truth they're holding on to is causing unrest in their soul. God says only by revealing it to you will they find peace. They've been carrying a secret that's been unsettling their heart. God says it's time to let it go and find the peace that's been missing. There's a weight on their heart that won't lift until they reveal the truth. God wants you to listen carefully because it's more important than you know. The truth has been locked away in silence for too long. Now God is pushing them to speak the words they've feared to say. God is telling you that the storm you're in is tied to a truth they've kept hidden. The moment they confess, peace will flow back into your life. Their heart is restless, their mind troubled. God says they must release the truth before they find the peace they so desperately seek. The truth they're holding on to is not just theirs, but yours as well. God has been whispering to their soul, urging them to reveal everything. God wants you to prepare your heart because what they're about to share will change your understanding of everything that's happened. They're being spiritually pulled to tell you what's been hidden for too long. Until they do, peace will elude them, no matter how hard they search for it. The truth is burning within them, and God is guiding them to you. They know they cannot rest until they speak what's really going on. God has placed a burden on their heart, and only by sharing it with you will they find the peace their soul is craving. Every sleepless night, every anxious thought is God's nudge for them to speak the truth. You deserve to know what's been hidden in the shadows. The truth is tangled in their thoughts, but until they reveal it to you, God says their soul will find no rest. God says they must release the truth now, for their peace and yours are intertwined. Prepare your heart for what's coming. There's a confession that needs to be made, and God has been pressing on them. Only when the truth is spoken will the chaos settle. They can't find peace because God is stirring their soul to tell you what they've been keeping inside all this time. The burden of the truth is crushing them, and God says it's time to let go. What they share with you will open new paths for both of you. Their silence has caused more damage than they realize. God is pushing them to reveal the truth, to set both of you free from the chains of misunderstanding. The truth will not stay hidden for much longer. God is bringing it to the surface, and they must speak before their peace is forever lost. God's message is clear. They will not rest until the truth is brought into the light. What they've been hiding is about to change everything. The burden they carry is too heavy to bear alone, and God is guiding them to you. Only by sharing the truth will they find peace. Their mind is in turmoil, their heart in conflict. God says they won't find peace until they tell you what's truly been going on. The truth they've been avoiding is now unavoidable. God is preparing their heart to confess what they've been hiding for so long. Their peace has been shattered, and God is telling them that only through truth can they restore it. You're about to hear what's really been happening. They can't run from the truth anymore. God says it's time for them to face it and share it with you, no matter how difficult it may be. The truth has been simmering beneath the surface, but God says it will soon erupt. They won't find peace until they let it all out. God's message to them is loud and clear. It's time to tell you the truth, or the peace they seek will remain out of reach. They are torn inside, unable to find rest. God says it's because the truth must be spoken, and you are the one who needs to hear it. The truth they hold is more powerful than they realize. God is pushing them to share it with you before it's too late. God's voice has been echoing in their mind, urging them to come clean. Peace is just beyond the horizon, but only if they speak the truth. The truth they've been hiding is gnawing at their soul, and God says they will never find peace until they release it to you. They've tried to move forward without telling you, but God says the peace they seek can only come after the truth is revealed. The time for silence has ended. God says they must share what's been hidden, or the burden will continue to crush them. The truth is the key to their peace, and God says it's time to unlock it. You're about to hear what's really been happening behind the scenes. They've been holding on to the truth for so long, but God says it's time to let go. The peace they crave can only come after they tell you. God's message to them is clear. Speak the truth or remain trapped in turmoil. You're the one who needs to hear what's been hidden. The truth has weighed them down for too long. God says only by confessing it to you will they find the peace their soul is crying out for. They've been running from the truth, but God says their peace is on the other side of their confession. You're about to hear what's really been going on.